Peru is the very first level in Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. It's a starting point for all of us beginning the adventure, and for some of us, it's also return home.
It's not a regular remake, it's a reimagination. The things that players fell in love from 20, 30 years ago, and how would they imagine it right now?
We start the journey in Peru, in the Andes. Beautiful location. Lots of classic Lara Croft and Tomb Raider iconography from the first Tomb Raider, obviously.
You verify this location that Natla has, initially coaxed you into the adventure by. And that music swells, you're stepping into the snow. It's that classic globetrotting adventure beat where you're like, cool, I'm in a new space, and what's going to be behind the next corner?
I remember very well the very first intro in the mountains in Peru. That was like one of my strongest memories with her.
And from there, it's going in and discovering the story of this lost Incan world and this battle that they had with the invading conquistadors as you're trying to find the Tomb of Qualopec.
The long hidden, long forgotten place that actually no one in our fictional world actually ever been there.
So there's mountain caves, city of Vilcabamba, Lost Valley, and Tomb of Qualopec. City of Vilcabamba historically was raided by Spanish soldiers. So we included this story in our version of Vilcabamba. Even starting in mountain caves, you may notice like a battlefield, and the gate actually served as, a bastion for Incan people to hold against the Spanish. But historically, they got in, right? So as you go through the various tunnels and caves, you will notice signs of struggle, of fight, of traps being triggered by the Spanish soldiers, and all of those like subplots present in the environment.
And the environment there, the art there in Vilcabamba in Peru, it's fantastic, it's amazing. It's like easy to delve into it and to feel it. The sense of mystery, the sense of excitement that Lara also delivers in her voice. Like we, as the players, we discovered Vilcabamba.
Key locations that you may have remembered when you played the game, whenever you first experienced it, we're trying to basically re-spark that joy that you first felt when you experienced them again.
We did a big research regarding the first Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider Anniversary. We checked what guys from Crystal did in Anniversary Edition. We checked all games, all documents and maps, everything that was possible, and we tried to be as close as possible to the original game.
We started with the Anniversary Edition. We've checked what was there, what content was there. We've recreated the levels with the usage of Unreal Engine possibilities. We wanted to show beautiful vistas, for example. We wanted to open them as much as possible.
It's just really exciting. I actually learned a huge amount about the Incan Empire from back then by doing this game. It was really interesting.
There needs to be a layer of more than authentic in there to really give it that Tomb Raider sizzle. And so when we do things like Incan ruins, the megalith walls look fantastic in Engine, but there's additional details on top of those megalith structures that make it feel like this is a society that has developed somewhat in isolation, and it's a new version, but still very faithful to the origins of that culture.
So for example, in the Inca land, the ancient language of quipus, which is tied knots, we've incorporated that into one of the puzzles to stay more culturally authentic. All of us in the team care a lot about the different cultures and making sure that we celebrate those through thoughtful cultural explorations.
Every single walls are, having the angle like 5 to 10 degrees, something like that. They have a trapezoid shape of the doorways to preserve the building from earthquakes.
We leaned heavily into the historical Incan architecture when we were designing the levels. So in a way also affected our traversals and such, because there were certain limitations to what we can add and what we shouldn't.
If you squeeze your eyes and if you try to remember when you played Peru, it's literally all green. we can try to bring this memory. So we use a lot of plants, a lot of greenery through the level, and that's our key color that we want to use.
Everything is similar to original game, but in our reimagined version.
To make sure people feel that it is the same Lara that it was 30 years ago, but a little bit different.
As you progress through the level, you start noticing that, hey, some things are out of place. They don't really belong here, but they are part of this Incan structure here. As you go through the level and then you encounter dinosaurs and you're like, what's up with that? And then you enter the tomb of Qualopec and you start noticing, there's even more weird stuff going on. I definitely want to see live reactions to all of the areas we designed and how people receive them.
So I'm super curious how fans and how players react to it.
Peru is a combination of work of very talented people who put a lot of their effort into this, including me. And I remember playing this game as a kid for the very first time. I hope the feeling that caught me back then is the one that you will get playing this one.
Now, what would you hope to discover in Peru? Begin your adventure and pre-order Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis now. Now, if you enjoyed this look behind the scenes, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on the socials at Play Tomb Raider.